Who will be monitoring the pool at the summer vacation school? School for summer vacation. Who will open the pool and monitor? Safety is not available for free. Earlier this month, an elementary school in Yokkaichi City opened an open pool and the children drowned. Accidents occurred that caused unconsciousness. I tried to reveal the fact that it is now recovering, but it was frightening if I made a mistake one step. The monitoring work of the pool opening of the school was done by parents of PDA entrusted by the city. In this article, I'd like to think about what kind of problems and methods are available for outsourcing surveillance work in the first place. First of all, opening the pool opens the school pool to children, students, and local residents for purposes other than school education. About 20%, approximately 30% of public elementary schools, of public elementary, junior high and senior high schools are currently opening the pool. Survey on physical condition and sports facilities in FY 2005. Monitoring work by opening the pool varies depending on the area and schools, such as outsourced vendors, PDA entrusted by the Board of Education, direct employers by local governments. In the case of outsourcing, it cannot be delegated to any supplier. In 2011, the police agency is strengthening the requirements in 2012, due to the occurrence of a child death accident in the opening of school pool in Osaka Prefecture, and outsourcing can be outsourced to a contractor who was certified by the guard industry. It was limited. Ever since the consignment fee of the surveillance business rose sharply and the dealer side also became difficult to secure personnel, after the following year, there were a number of municipalities that cancel the pool opening and local governments that reduce the number of days of implementation and the number of schools. However, the National Police Agency has strengthened the requirements for surveillance work only when outsourcing for a fee. In circular, it is said that it does not apply when PDA is done free of charge, although it is common for a guardian who monitors to pay a fee to the PDA from the Board of Education. Even though it is free of charge, monitoring by PDA it has been continued as it is. However, in this case, safety of children is not ensured when commissioning monitoring to PDA. Will it be okay as it is? I felt uneasy. The accident happened this time. Again, you should ask professionals to monitor pool opening. It is necessary to avoid doing it at least with amateurs only. I feel sympathy for the guardian who was in charge of the surveillance at the workplace as well as the child who was in the accident. Asterisk, how much is the outsourcing cost? As a method other than free voluntary activities, it is possible to consider outsourcing or how local governments directly hire people. How is the outsourcing of monitoring work done? From 2013 I covered the Kashiwa City, Chiba Prefecture, which entrusts monitoring of the pool opening to a security company. With the notification from the National Police Agency in 2012, even in Kashiwa City, from the following year, we began to consign the surveillance operations to security guards, and the costs have gone up. For this reason, we are reducing our pool to open. In the past, it was conducted at a maximum of 20 elementary schools, about half of elementary schools in the city, but now it is 12 schools, and the period has also been shortened. However, if it is an elementary school student who lives in the city, it can be used anywhere in the 12 open school pools. Lifelong Learning Department Sports Division / Hashimoto. What is worrisome is the cost of outsourcing. When I asked how much it took to outsource the surveillance work, the bid amount for this fiscal year was 8,860,000 yen. Indeed, it is a reasonable amount of money. However, for example, compared to newly creating a municipal pool, it can be thought that it goes much cheaper. Given construction costs and subsequent facility maintenance costs, it is a great pleasure to utilize the school pool and increase the children's playground to the neighborhood with this amount of money. Unlike the municipal pool, the point that it can be used without attendance of parents even in the lower grade is very helpful for busy parents. As in Kashiwa City, there are some municipalities outsourcing the surveillance work, but they collect a usage fee in small amounts. If you do that, you will be able to make up for costs somewhat. Combined use of direct employment and outsourcing also. In addition to outsourcing, another way of thinking is to hire a person directly monitoring the municipality. For example, at the Board of Education in Fukui City, we monitor the opening of the pool by using both outsourcing and direct employment. The ratio of the number of people is roughly 6:4, which means that outsourcing is somewhat higher. This year's summer vacation is opening the pool for 16 days at 48 elementary schools and 1 junior high school in the city. It was originally outsourced to security guards, but since commissioned by the police agency in 2012, in line with the rise in expenses, I switched a part to direct employment, Board of Education Committee Sports Division. It seems that there are many elderly people who directly employ the city, but it is that they are just doing energetic and are always monitoring with outsourced staff. The budget for this fiscal year is outsourced by 125,200,000 yen, direct employment by 3.45 million yen. Considering that the ratio of the number of people is about 6:4, it can be seen that I was able to compress the cost much. Save for money. Although there may be many people who seem to think that it would cost money to outsource the monitoring work, it would be unavoidable for children to play safely in the pool. If you ask PTA, it will be cheap, but the labor force of the guards who are monitoring as a mandatory obligation is not really free. Based on the fact that the accident actually occurred, it is inevitable to review the way from now on.